Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Critics Cup. My name is Jacob, and today I have a very exciting video for you all. It's the brand new 2022 Boba Fett's Throne Room set number 75326. Retails for £90 in the UK. Comes with a selection of fantastic minifigures, as you can see there. I got this a wee bit early, thank you to my friends at the local toy retailer who was able to give them to me early. As you can see, the box is quite a big, hefty box. But they managed to hook me up with one of these. They were selling like hotcakes, these were. So you can see here on the back of the box, all the play features and all that, and all the cool sceneries you can do with it. So yeah, I'm going to get this built up and then we'll jump into the review. And remember, if you guys want to see more early LEGO reviews, Star Wars, Marvel, DC, Hyper, the lot, make sure you subscribe down below and leave a comment on this video, and a like would be greatly appreciated. Alright guys, let's jump into it. So here is the set all built up. It would take me about an hour and a half to build this set. It's quite a large build. I did enjoy the build process of it though, of building up the columns and all the finer details that you see throughout the set. So I've just placed the figures round so you can just see what they look like. So right side here you have the first play feature. So I've taken the Gamorian Guard, so like in the post-credit scene for The Mandalorian Season 2. You can take Boba or Fenix and just flick someone at the scissors. I didn't flick him far enough, so let's try that again. There you go. And you've got a little console here with a printed piece, a little mug in there, because as you come down the stairs, like in Return of the Jedi, there is some people there, and that sit in the hallway down. There's a little small platform with a pair of binoculars clipped on, which you can see there. It's a very small limited area, but that's just for the function of opening the door, which we'll get to when we look at the exterior and see the throne room that Biff Fortuna is sitting on. We'll take a closer look at the figures in a moment. So one of the main features you can do is pull this whole sub-assembly out, which we'll take a closer look at in a moment. I just want to focus on the centre section first. You can see in there, there's it's quite deep in the amount of terms of studs. They give you quite a lot of area to work with to place a ton of minifigures in here, so that's really great. Here you've got some Beskar and two blasters. Two stud jumpers are for placing minifigures, so just to make it a bit more clear to everyone. In there you can see you've got like a roast, so you've got two bits of chicken legs on a spin, spit roast spin. You've got a box crate with bones. You've got this little water cooler thing that Jabba uses. In here is just a light blue crystal in a barrel, a little table. So that's what's they're taking a look at that back wall section, which you can fold open. Sorry about a bit of dust there. So you've got a little kitchenette area with a saucepan, a glass bottle, and a tap. You've got a little console there, which is probably to use to adjust the temperature on all this. You've got these interesting builds for lights. They use like the stamp piece in black, and on the side there you've got a little action post piece. I'm not sure what that's meant to represent. I'm sure you guys can let me know. Little canteen area, you've got two seats so you can sit some minifigs. You've got a little table in there. Up above is a little barrel which comes with some thermal detonators. You get three of those in those sets. You do get one as a spare. And take a look at the roof. As you can see there's some grates, so it lets a little bit more light into the throne area. And what you can also do, it's a little bit stiff, but you can unhook either module on each side and basically create a whole new shape. So you can kind of like box it in and have this as the area, and then you would have the phone with the grate in the middle. You can have it like this if you like, but just to give you guys a full view of the exterior. So this is what it looks like. Unfortunately, due to controversy back in the day when they released the old Jabba's Palace in 2012 with the Rancor pit, there was people were just very upset by the fact of the shaping of the roof. I'm not going to get into the details here. You can look that up all online. It's well documented. But yeah, basically they've sliced the roof off the palace, which is a massive shame. I'm definitely going to order the big dish pieces, so the bigger versions of these, so I can complete the roof properly. Hopefully LEGO come out with an expansion, but it's hard to say because like a lot of people have said, the grates, why would LEGO want to cover that up with another set? Who's to say? We don't know. There might even be a Rancor pit coming out. We can only hope for the best. So taking a look at the exterior of the cantina area, You can see it's got just like a little ladder piece and just one molded piece for the little window. Got some domes, and they use these curved pieces throughout the build. So that's what that side looks like. Kind of reminds me of the 2014 Cantina, which I will do a comparison on because I don't have many other sets that are similar to this, like the old palaces. But yeah, stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe. So you've got these brown cylinder pieces which make up the base of this top level, which basically has been chopped off, as I said. They use a lot of these bricks in dark tan and light tan. You've got a little snake clipped on here, which is, I'm glad that's clipped on because that would be very easily lost. Taking a look at the guard tower, it's very nicely built and shaped at the top, but it's a lot shorter than the original. And here you've got, of course, the little printed eyepiece. I forget the name of what this is supposed to be called. I haven't seen Return of the Jedi in quite a while. So you can basically open the door, push that through, and that's supposed to hold it to place. Even though my version seems to be holding up quite well. And then you're meant to push this down, and the door is supposed to drop, but mine's a bit stiff. You've got these guns for security on the ball turret, so you can pose them how you like, which is very nice. You can get a good few features out of that. So, the one thing I do not like is this gap, this massive gap, which is kind of like an archway to the main throne area. On the other side, it's also very exposed as well, so maybe get some extra pieces and fill that in yourself. But again, like, you shouldn't have to buy all these extra pieces just to make this feel more complete. That's what the side of the guard tower looks like, just in case you were curious. And there's the little gear mechanism that activates the launch function on the staircase. At the moment, I've got Biff Fortuna on the phone. So as you can see here more closely, you've got 4 stickers, so 2 for the rancors and the curvature on the back. Got a little chalice there. I don't know what this popcorn piece is meant to represent. You've got another little drink here. And that's what the build looks like from the underside, in case you're curious. There is a little play feature, so I'm just going to grab the star of the show, Boba Fett himself. Basically, you can reenact the scene from the Mandalorian Season 2 post-credit scene, where he shoots Biff Fortuna out of his seat and take Boba Fett out with him. Ooh, twist ending. Bet you didn't see that one. But yeah, so that's what you're meant to do. There's like a single stud in the base of it, which allows you to loosely connect the minifigure. As I was playing around this, I find it easier if you do not try and connect him to the stud. Just basically leave him loose in it, and then you can just send him flying. Boom. There you go. She isn't meant to be on the left side, but that's where the plate piece is. It does get caught up by these little pieces, I have to admit. These little pieces do get in the way. I would recommend probably just storing them somewhere else, maybe in one of the other crates. So first we'll take a look at Boba Fett himself. As you can see, it's the same one from the Slave 1 set, which I do not own, and since I have the 20th anniversary version, I don't need that set. But like a lot of common complaint, a lot of people have, the helmet and the jetpack piece are a light sand green, which they've used for a number of years now for Boba Fett. But it doesn't match the dark green that you see on the torso. It should be the same colour as that. Like, I really should have gone back and recoloured it. But he does have some terrific arm printing. So you've got the Mudhorn insignia on the arm there, and printing on the other arm. It does have some nice leg printing as well. As you can see underneath, you get the face print of Tamara Morrison with the more scarred face. Very, very cool to get that. You can see there he has some back torso printing. On to the next main character, we've got Fenix Shand. She's a very cool minifigure to get in a slightly cheaper set than the Moff Gideon Light Cruiser set. But she doesn't come with her helmet, unfortunately, which is a real shame. I would have loved to have gotten the helmet piece with this figure, but it's more accurate to the post-credits scene, I suppose, where she only has her helmet removed. She comes with this nice hairpiece, which they've used for Makari in the Eternal set, so it's a great reuse here. She comes with an alternate facial expression, and she does have arm printing on both arms, which is a very nice detail that LEGO didn't have to include with a figure like this, but it's, hey, you can never complain when arm printing is included. What minifigure we have is the Twilin Dancer. Oh, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Anyway, she's very cool to get. She is in Jabba's palace for the most part in Return of the Jedi. She's one of the few background characters that is carried over to The Mandalorian and Boba Fett and all of such. She comes with a very nice recolour of this hair piece, which is very nice to see. You can see here she's got like horns on her face, representing the alien species she is. She's got some really nice leg printing as well, and toe printing, which is unnecessary, but very nice. And she does have an alternate expression, and you can see her back torso print. I have Biff Fortuna, who's put on a few pounds in the time since the Return of the Jedi and the time 5 years later in The Mandalorian. But as you can see, they've created a new headpiece, which I don't have any Biff Fortuna minifigures, but from what people have said and shown on the internet, yeah, it's a brand new mold they have created for this more Santa Claus version of him, if you'd like to put it that way. It's a hard plastic piece, which is very interesting. Get a better look at the torso and leg printing. A lot of these figures do come with leg printing, which is nice. Apart from one, actually, every minifigure in the set does come with leg printing, so 6 out of 7 isn't bad, considering. But yeah, very cool to get him, and you can switch his face out for when he's about to be shot by Boba, and he comes with his staff piece as well. Gamorian Guard. The only downside to this is we don't get 2. Hopefully LEGO are making an expansion to this set where we can get a second one of these like they did with the original Jabba's Palace and Rancor Pit. But it's a terrific moulded piece. For what I can tell, it's the exact same piece they used nearly 10 years ago now at this point. It's such a terrific mould. It's so intricate. It's really just a fantastic, and as you can see, it's just a plain brown torso underneath, no printing whatsoever, which is completely fine. And he does come with some nice leg printing, and he gets his axe. For the first time in LEGO, we are getting a Quarren minifigure, which is really cool for all us Clone Wars fans. So, yeah, it's just great to get one of these. These guys do pop up in the background stars very often, but yeah, if you watched Clone Wars, they get quite a big arc in there. And yeah, you can see he's got some back torso printing as well, which is really nice. Again, leg printing on this minifigure. And removing the headpiece, it is a rubberized headpiece, as you can see there, how that's done. So you've got printing on the face, and it gives you a better look at the torso, which is a nice torso you can be used for other characters. But yeah, very cool to finally have this alien species in LEGO form for the first time. Final minifigure, which is probably the weakest. I probably should have done this one first, but this is a weak way guard. I believe this is the same species as Hondu, the space pirate. Yeah, so the reason why I say this is probably the weakest minifigure is because he doesn't come with any leg printing, but he does have some very nice torso and head printing, which continues on the back, which you can see they use the plat design, which they've used for Padawans and stuff in the past. Very cool, but the reason why I find this guy the weakest is just because if LEGO had just included 2 of these guys instead of him, I could have done without this minifigure. All the other minifigures are great and perfect, definitely. I can't make any complaints with anybody else included, but this minifigure, I think, like most people, he's probably the least interesting to get, but it's still really cool to get this alien species because we haven't had him in a very long time. Here you have it, guys, my slightly early review of the new Boba Fett's throne room set. Hope you did enjoy the video. Remember to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I do plenty of other LEGO content on this channel and plan to do a comparison video in the near future with this set and the Mos Eisley Cantina for 2014. As I feel like it closely resembled this, mainly this section here, kind of reminds me of that set, which is a terrific set, by the way. Probably, apart from the UCS one, is probably the best version. But yeah, leave a comment down below if you're going to pick this set up, or you're going to wait for a sale, or like myself, have too many problems with this set that you might not want it, like the roof basically being sliced off the top, and some inaccuracies with the minifigures that I can overlook. But yeah, it's still a really nice set. Like I say, the biggest problem it has is that you just have to go out your way and spend extra money just to get some pieces to complete this, which isn't necessarily the end of the world. See you again very soon. Bye for now.